I do just like our main event song sometimes. It hits. It hits. The main event hits. Even when we're down in the dumps, the main event, the Cowboys Can Fan Wednesday night main event, theme song, if you will, brings me back to life a little bit and gets me ready for whatever the hell we're going to see this upcoming week. And the only bonus is we can't lose this week because it's the bye week.
Yes.
So that, unless Dak Prescott gets hit by a train, we cannot lose. So, and I hope I didn't just put that in the world. But guys, welcome. Everybody in chat, we appreciate you guys having you here. Bandwagon boys over there, how the hell are you? Are you guys feeling better? Because we were feeling a little down in the dumps on Sunday night, was it Monday night?
And Tuesday morning.
And Tuesday
Monday
morning.
night, Tuesday morning.
And I'm starting to kind of come back around. I guess that's the life of a sports fan a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't help on the Monday night when it's so late at night and you're fueled with rage and alcohol
And screech shots.
And screech shots. I mean, the double tap screech shots with that shotgun really gets you. I mean, I don't remember saying. I was saying stuff to Linz when I was in bed, and I don't even remember saying some of the stuff.
That was actually me because I slept here. Ad, you were actually down here talking to me.
You were spooning in.
Yeah, I was spooning that. But outside of that, I feel pretty good. I mean, Wei J and I were both rocking our tandem salute to services.
Yeah, we're in the salute to service.
It's that month. I mean, Anth over there doesn't have a Remembrance Day poppy or anything.
That's my fucking poppy,
bro. I don't know what you're talking about,
you
bro.
Fucking sneak thief. I left that here, and you stole. That's stolen valor.
Hey, guess what?
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him.
I'll say this. I've reorchestrated my math equation.
Oh, God.
For the end of the year.
Well, I want to hear it.
Cowboys are still in.
Hey, we're still alive, man. Mathematically, we're still alive. And not only that, but we got a special guest tonight, guys.
We do.
Oh, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you talk about stolen valor. This is someone who jumped ship from the Cowboys train, and he went back to one of his hometown teams. So you can't fault the guy on that. It's not like he fucking went to the Buffalo Bills or some shit like that. Like, he went to his hometown team. So I respect that. He's a day one to the show. We've had him on multiple times. Specifically when this one is so tied to the Cowboys, when we're talking about the trade and how the Jets have done the fire sale, we have to get the villain of podcasting on. Our homie, our boy, the guy who spits the facts, Barry Grant Jr. of the All Even Podcast is in the house.
Hello, my friends, my brothers. It's always good to be back here.
It's always just feels good to have you, Barry. I just always love, and I know, like Ad said, you went back to the hometown team, the Jets, but you're always a day one with the Can fanboys, and we appreciate you having you on, man.
Now, of course, man. Listen, just because I'm on the East Coast, with the with my New York Jets, doesn't mean that I'm still not tapped in and watching what you guys are doing. Every pod, how focused and how detailed you guys are. Every stream, passionate. If somebody out there is a Cowboys fan, they have not, come across your content. If they do come across your content, it's going to make them a lot better because you guys make it fun to be fans. And salutes to y'all.
Appreciate it, man. And all the love back to you, man. We know you're doing your thing, blowing up all over TikTok. Man, again, TikTok, you're fucking blowing up on that shit, man. I went over to your TikTok. I was like, God damn, Barry, BGJ is fucking putting in work over on TikTok, and you guys can find him, Barry Grant Jr., All Even Podcast on all social media platforms. Yeah. But man,
All Even Media on TikTok.
Love having you on, man. And like Ad kind of touched on there a little bit, the New York Jets, man, big sellers this week at the trade deadline, and specifically to the Dallas Cowboys. So I want to hear from you personally. One, you guys traded Sauce Gardner, and then two, Quinnen Williams to the Dallas Cowboys. So like, what are your thoughts on what the Jets did, and did the Cowboys get a player in Williams?
So let's go ahead and just start about, obviously the deadline. Jets went ahead and did a fire sale. I loved it. I wanted more. I was happy, but I wanted them to get rid of Breece Hall as well. Maybe they couldn't find a trade that was acceptable. I heard some rumors out there that there was a team that wanted them. They were willing to offer a 4. Jets wanted a 3, so they didn't want to kind of, fall into that late round compensation. Whatever. But you may just lose them for nothing. So it might have been better to take the 4. But yeah, they're in a fire sale right now, which is a smart thing to do. when you have a new regime, new GM, new coach, they're going to want to get their own guys in. You know, Muji was very aggressive at this deadline, which was very impressive to me. The fact that they went ahead and structured Sauce's contract the way it is, so the Colts are on the hook for that shit, is just gold. Quinnen Williams, listen, Quinnen Williams is a very good player. You know, I will definitely miss him. Not going to miss Sauce Gardner too much just because his first 2 years, he was an all-pro, right? But if you go back to those years, you can see that this was a guy that was very physical at the line of scrimmage. He was very physical downfield as well. And the referees let him get away with a lot of stuff early on in his career. After a while, they stopped doing that because of a lot of the receivers started to kind of telling the ref, hey, listen, he's holding a lot. And when you go ahead and look at the tape now, you can tell that when he gets into his back pedal, he cannot catch up. So he has to hold, he has to grab, he has to do all of this hand fighting because his foot speed is not there, or his instincts are just not there right now. And he's getting burned over the top. So I'm happy that he's gone. I'm sad that Quinnen Williams is gone because, you know, he's just my guy. But for what the Jets got for Sauce Gardner, even if they didn't want to trade him, you had to trade him because a team is giving you 2 firsts. You have to take that. You just have to.
You know who I feel bad about in this whole Sauce Gardner trade? Adonai Mitchell. Like, what the fuck did he do to deserve to go over to the Jets in this situation? Because you got to admit, like right now, especially going to the Jets in this situation, like Mazi. Yeah, like Mazi, and fuck, give him Mazi too. I seen this funniest thing. They were going to get Quinnen Williams for just the first round pick, and then they offered Mazi, and they said no. We also need a second round to take Mazi.
Exactly. If you want us to take Mazi, you have to give us something else. You got to give us something else.
So I thought that was fucking hilarious. But man, dude, so like with the Jets right now, like AJ has the Gardner trade here. You guys are getting 2 first-round picks in the next 2 years just from them. That's not even without bringing up the Cowboys stuff. You guys are essentially sitting on a war chest of picks.
Oh yes. So my thing right now is that, like the trade, like where they're going for the future. Obviously, it's still the Jets. Woody Johnson still owns the team, and I fucking hate his guts. But you know, it's about, let me see what Muji can be able to do in regards to drafting players now. What players is he going to be able to bring in? What are the type of players that they want? So that's what I want to see. I'm going to evaluate him on the draft when that comes. For you guys are getting a great player. If you look at his numbers this year, his numbers are not great, but across the board with the Jets, numbers are just not great for anybody, right? You know, his QB hits are down, his tackles for loss are down, sacks are down. But this is a guy who, if the scheme is right, and we can be able to have a deeper discussion about that with fucking Eberflus being a fucking idiot, right? If this scheme with Eberflus's scheme is going to be able to help Quinnen Williams really like get out there and have an impact, but we'll see. But he's just a good player, you know, good locker room guy, good leadership. So you're getting a really, really good player, man.
You know, I would be concerned with a drop in production. And I think when they were attacking me almost physically with their words online about Jair Alexander.
Oh, you were battling a little bit. Well, people were really going at us about that.
They were just so angry about the idea of picking him up for a 6th or 7th round pick.
For depth. Just for depth. And what people didn't, sorry, this is side quest a little bit, AJ, but people didn't understand what we were saying was it's a good pick for depth. Not that he's a good player.
Solution. Yeah, let's go out and get the solution at cornerback for a 6th or 7th round. It's just
no one's saying that.
No.
But people thought that's what we're saying. Anyways, that's side quest.
Yeah, but my point was, I'm like, yeah, okay, he is getting long in the tooth. He is getting to the end of his career, Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
It could be that he's fallen off, for sure. So it is a high risk. I would put that in the same place with Logan Wilson, another player the Dallas Cowboys traded to, where it's like, yeah, we gave a 7th round pick. If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, we cut him.
It's like he can't.
And it's a nothing.
It's the thing.
And your 7th round pick ain't going to be sniffing
might not even
his
start.
underwear.
It's the same thing with the Logan Wilson thing as the J.R. Alexander before we get back to Quinnen Williams here. You're just throwing a dart at the board saying he can't be any worse than what we have on the team right now.
If he works out, great. If he doesn't, we're not going to use those picks. But with Quinnen Williams, and we couldn't have drafted a guy with just like a name I can pronounce. I'm actually doing not too bad with Quinnen Williams.
Me and Adam were, before you got here, we're like, we can't wait till AJ has to get at this one.
Quinton.
Oh, I'm going Quinn Williams. I'm Quinton.
Q.
Q's good. But
Q-Dub.
He's 27 years old, I believe.
Yep, 27.
28 this season.
It's not only that he is just in his prime, but also the position group. That type of player that he is, he can get older and still not really see a major drop in his production.
It's not like running back, you hit 30, you're done.
So I totally am like, his dropping grade is that, I'm leaning into that being it's just a Jets defense.
Yeah, just a down year because the Jets are just terrible this year. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that motivation across the board, especially with the new system, new scheme, guys are still trying to figure out what the hell to do. Whatever their gap of responsibilities are, it's just it's a lot to deal with, especially when you're losing as well. The motivation is just not there. So for a guy like Quinnen Williams, I think that, obviously you guys lost that terrible game to the fucking Cardinals that you shouldn't have lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there still is some outside hope that you guys can be able to make a playoff push. And that in itself, with a guy like Quinnen Williams, with Logan Wilson, like that is going to maybe give you some injection of motivation and some moxie into the team. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I think it's all plus at this point. It may not work out in a short term with Wilson, but for Quinnen, it's definitely worth the haul that you gave up.
I mean, it's almost like it's 50-50. It's weird how, like, all of a sudden, because the Cowboys are involved, people just shy away from the fact that he has one of the highest PFF grades for run stuffing. He's a top 5 interior defensive lineman, and people are like, oh, they gave too much for this guy. It's like, what are you talking about?
A premier player, you have to.
Yeah,
the guy's a premier. He's in the 95 percentile of his position group. You have to, right?
And on top of that too, just to kind of piggyback of what you guys said. You guys haven't really drafted that position well.
Exactly.
So
yes.
What's the point of having the first round pick if you're not going to be able to recognize the talent to fill that hole? You go get somebody who's a stud that that is guaranteed to be able to fill that spot.
Everybody has said the Cowboys cannot stop the run, and we went ahead and they years, right? So now you have Kenny Clark, Osa, and Quinnen Williams. We are up there, in my opinion, as one of the best interior defensive tackles. That rotation, you obviously don't know shit about football if you're going to talk shit about it. Now, obviously, again, it's the Cowboys, so even in chat, I'm just seeing what people are saying in chat, so I'm getting a little.
And you're fired up.
I'm getting a little rattled about
You're fired up. I like it. But I like spicy ads.
The way that I look at it too, and okay, so BPG's in there and Bot G's going at him about Micah Parsons, and I'm like, yeah, I made a joke saying you're in the Micah defense mode right now. We were always defending Micah Parsons. Barry's been on here arguing with us about how bad Micah is in the second half of the season, and we're like, no, it's Micah Parsons, right? But regardless, we were all upset when we lost Micah Parsons because he's a premier player. But now that the dust has settled and the issues that the Cowboys have, I was last night drunk or on Monday night.
I was going to say, what were you doing just by yourself Tuesday night hammered?
Yeah, I was hammering.
Adam wakes up, hair of the dog.
I was drunk and editing our highlight reaction video. So if you haven't gone ahead and watched that, go ahead and give it 17 minutes and watch our reaction video for
very funny.
The Monday night game. But I'm watching us say, we don't want those. Keep all the picks, because it's you're going to try to make a splash move and pick up Max Crosby or another edge rusher. And it's that's not what we need or want.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's Logan Wilson comes up, you're like, okay, whatever. A linebacker, he has to be better than these other guys. But what the are you doing? He's better than whoever you were probably going to get in the 7th round. So it's all right. But now all of a sudden you drop in the Williams trade and you look at what we're paying, sure, 20 some odd million that we're going to be paying him next year. That's still half of what we'd be paying Micah Parsons. And we still have the ability to move in. And obviously Cap Jay is going to go over some of that stuff on what we're going to have to dangle with. But I just feel like now we're building from that first line, which we should be fucking doing. And we have the ability to go to the second level. And then we can address our secondary issue either in free agency or the draft. It does feel like it's a move for 2026. Specifically, I was saying to Ants before the show that giving up the second round this year and then the first next year is the Cowboys saying, no. We're keeping, we need our stuff for the 2026 season. We need those picks for 2026. We'll worry about 2027 later on. So give them that pick down the road. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
We're not going to get somebody, we're not going to get a better defensive tackle in the second round of the draft this upcoming
You're not going to get a better player.
And you're
not even position aside. You're not getting a guy as good a football player as Quinnen Williams in the second round next year.
At 28, like you said, he's in his prime. So it's like there's nothing as a Cowboy, like any Cowboys fan out there that's upset about this or like you're not really paying attention. The Cowboys have struggled with stopping the run for at least, and I'm being nice, 5 years.
I was gonna say I was thinking 20.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm being nice, right?
And I just mean when I think strictly like defensive tackles, because there was years that they were good with Sean Lee at linebacking, but it's because he was kind of closing up some of the issues. Like they had some half decent defensive tackles like Jay Ratliff and Sean Lee, like they worked good enough together. But that's because Sean Lee, when he was on the field, was an absolute dog. This Beast. Williams is you can build a defense around Williams.
Correct.
That's the thing. He's the centerpiece. He's the Cowboys' defensive centerpiece for the next 3 years. And my only issue with the trade is it came a week too late. That's my only issue is they had to beat the Cardinals for me to be really, really, really excited about it. If they would have beat the Cardinals, went to 4-4-1, then did exactly what they did in these same trades, I'd be way more excited. I'm still stoked on the trade, but it's like Ad said, it feels like now it's for next year where it could have been for this year had they beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's a great point.
But I also want to say this though. I don't think a deal like this would have happened 2 weeks earlier. Everyone's trying to shake up that week 9 just before the trade deadline.
What is it? The midnight oil? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Everyone's burning the midnight oil. Everyone wants to see how the tapes line. Like,
well, you're also waiting for all. You're saying who knows how many people they're talking to. You're waiting for the best offer to come
100%.
And you get that at the fucking last minute, essentially.
Barry, I heard, and again, like the Jets, they were 1-7, and they're like, you know what, this let's blow it up. Like, so
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think you might have been able to get him last week too. If you would have picked up the phone, Muji would have been like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Because like we are in such free fall right now, and they just want to kind of just purge the roster that you probably would have gotten the same deal last week. But obviously teams are a lot more aggressive the week of the deadline. You know what I'm saying? So
but
it is what it is. Well, because I think what I heard in regards to the reports is that the conversations between the Cowboys and the Jets was kind of like a 3 or 4 day thing. Like they've been talking for a while, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it got more intense, obviously, as the deadline approaches. Like, okay, cool, deadline's here. Let's hammer this home and get this deal done. But they were really looking at Quinnen Williams for quite some time. You know what I mean? And
they want, as Forever DC saying, Cowboys tried to trade Micah Parsons with Quinnen, but the kicker, the Jets couldn't afford him at the time, and Micah's contract has some complications.
Too much looming.
Also, it's a two-sided thing. The Cowboys may have known, okay, Williams is an option for us. Q is an option for us. There we go. But then, like, who knows? Maybe they were looking at Max Crosby. Maybe they were looking at some other guys and just trying to see, get everything on the smorgasbord table before they. So it's a two-sided thing. Both sides are trying to get the best deal they can.
Let's be honest. Jerry thought they were beating the Cardinals.
Yeah. Jerry probably. Well, I thought they were beating the fucking Cardinals.
About the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Everybody thought
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Thought they were.
And some fucking bum, some like a guy at running back that nobody's ever heard of, and like
or that guy who was it Houston or one of the receivers who did that big catch and run, and we're just like none of us knew who the
we're like who's 14? But the hell's happening at the?
It's like preseason. Like who the fuck is that guy?
That's what it felt like, man. That's what it felt like. Like they're lining up in their sets. I'm like, I can't even call anything out because I don't know who any of these players are.
For me and for my money,
for your money,
I was impressed that there was like a significant move, and I think I want to kind of have a look here at what Nick Wright has to say about this trade, and it's negative. And then there's a nice breakdown by, what's his name, Lando, the Lando Show.
Yeah, he's good.
And he has a nice breakdown directly relating to this is a 3-minute clip, so I'm hoping his big thing is right in the beginning, but it's also quoted right there that we can read it. But we'll listen to this and then listen to Lando's take. Because, Nick Wright is basically saying he thinks Quinnen is washed.
Someone needs to fucking tell Nick Wright to get a haircut before he does anything. Hippie.
So let me unmute this. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Hang on.
If you want, hey, if you want me to.
No, don't. No.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud, dog?
You said the quiet part loud. Crack him if you go. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That was great.
Well, AJ gets that going.
I'll also get one of these too.
No, you got fucking technicals. You got to do. Crack me if you got him.
Crack me if you got him.
It's going through its motions.
I just want to say, and you're going to bring that up while you're fixing that.
It's already fixed.
Okay, so go for it. No, I was going to say, Conversations Living Room with RJ says, I don't think they improved enough for teams to fear them.
No, I agree. They didn't. One player, only smart thing Jerry Jones has said in the last 10 years, he said they're not one player away from being competitive on defense. And I agree with that. They're not. Yeah. Well, they're going to be better, but they're not. They're still a far fucking way away. They're a far way from being a good football team.
Hey, look, as long as I'm not as scared of the defense.
I'm scared of Q though.
if we're not scared of our own defense, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
All right, here let's see what he has to say here. Nick Wright, Adam's apple Wright.
Williams is good, and the Cowboys need good players, but you didn't love it as much. Why?
No, I think this is insanity by Dallas.
Really?
Total insanity. They gave up potentially 90% for Quinnen Williams of what they got for Micah Parsons. And those players are not in the same stratosphere as far as impact on your team.
What?
That's first of all. Second of all, Jerry told Stephen A. yesterday this trade was in the works already. The major move was coming. That's about as bad a process imaginable, not because by telling Stephen A., but what it means is his decision was not at all impacted by the fact that they lost again last night, that they're even further from the postseason after last night, that the second-round pick they're giving away this year got even better last night, and they're not a D tackle away from contention. The Cowboys are right now. Philly, Tampa, the Rams, Seattle, Green Bay, Detroit, San Francisco are the 7 playoff teams. We all agree they're better than Dallas.
Okay, shut the fuck up, Nick. And I don't dislike Nick Wright.
I see a lot of his stuff and he has some good takes, but I just don't understand the 90% that they got 2 first-round picks for Micah Parsons, and they gave up a 2027 one. So a 2027 first-round pick, giving up that is not equivalent to even close to giving up a 2026 one.
And saying Williams is not as impactful as Micah Parsons. Okay, you can argue, but I think for a Dallas Cowboys defensive line, he will be just as impactful, maybe not in terms of providing sacks, but in providing the support that we need.
I'm telling you, the years the Cowboys lost in the postseason, where Micah Parsons had 0 fucking sacks,
right? I think
Q would have helped a lot more.
What the Cowboys need to do is not listen to the noise like Nick Wright. And Nick Wright is a great commentator. Like, he knows his stuff, but I think the Cowboys need to go away from just like this superstar, like singular figure on defense, and just have a team approach of dogs. And if you have a team approach of dogs, I think that's the philosophy that's going to get Dallas where they need to be, rather than just saying, yeah, they got one of the best, pass rushers in the league. And Mike, maybe that's not what they need. Maybe they just need a collection of guys that just know their roles, that do what they have to do, and they get dirty and get in the mud. So, yeah, like he's not as good as Micah. Okay, we know that, but he doesn't have to be.
Yes, and he's half the price.
Correct.
And again, it's the piece. If that quote unquote less valuable piece in the middle of the field produces better results or brings that rising tide across the whole D line, because you have to double Williams and like if the effect is the same where you're opening the door for these other young guys, D-Easy, who could benefit significantly.
Had
Same
two
with
sacks
Fowler
last week, didn't he? Or he had 2 sacks on Monday night.
JV, yeah, like
D-Easy did.
These guys are starting to show up, and so it's interesting, and it's a weird take for him to say, because I think he just like legitimately missed factual things, saying 90% of it's like,
That's
well,
the math is not right.
the math just doesn't work right there. So.
And I don't
in his earpiece are like, Nick, that's
Nick,
the wrong.
stop
Nick,
talking.
That's
Nick,
the
stop
wrong
talking.
one.
Stop bringing up. One thing we don't ever have to worry about. Yeah, one thing we never have to worry about Quinnen Williams doing is sleeping on a trainer's fucking table during a game, during a preseason game.
Yeah.
I bet you that much. And we don't have to worry about him saying anything dumb on Twitter. So the Micah thing for me, and it's always going to get brought up. Micah Parsons forever going to be linked to the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. The Micah thing for me is the Cowboys were 12-5 teams with Micah Parsons. He did not get them over the hump ever. And he had multiple times. So them not paying Micah, I don't hate that they didn't pay Micah. And they're trying something different. And they got a very good piece to try to do something with.
I'll say this. I like that I would want Micah to be a Dallas Cowboy for the rest of his life if he could be.
Totally.
But I'm at least happy we got something for it. And now it's turned into more players for the Dallas Cowboys. They're using those picks, which when you compare this guy like Quinnen Williams, and maybe I was wrong with the math, Barry, but something like 11% of first-round picks, and let's double it just for the sake of argument, because it doesn't matter. 20%, let's say, of first-round picks became all-pro players.
Right.
At least one all-pro since 2014.
But do the math, because there's only all-pro 1 and 2 teams.
I know, but
right?
So any year, so if they were drafted in 2014, they have that whole, if they got it one time.
Since 2014? 11%?
Since 2014, yeah. So all of those first-round picks since 2014, 11%.
I think that math checks out.
Actually have at least one Pro Bowl appearance.
No, all-pro.
All-pro, sorry. One all-pro appearance. And so you just do the math there. And why I say double it is because it still works out, I think, in my argument's favor, where it's like, do you want to take that 20% risk for the all-pro player? And it varies from position group, of course, but just overall. Or do you want that certainty in the guy who's not over the hump yet? Right, and still has a contract's length worth of quality playing time for your team. You can.
I've always had the philosophy. It doesn't matter what sport it is, AJ. It's get the guy that has the track record of being good,
exactly,
rather than the guy that you have to draft with the hope that he can be good.
Yeah,
right. Because they wanted Mazi to be whatever they wanted it to be, and he never materialized. I'm sure there was trades out there for Jerry to make, to be able to go get somebody who was solid enough to be able to fill that gap. But no, you wanted to build you wanted to do a Build-A-Bear type of fucking situation. No, get guys that are proven. It doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. I would rather go to war with the guys that are proven than the prospects that you have no idea what the fuck they're going to be.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just that's a smart way to build your football team, because with the guys that are proven, if they don't work out, then cool. You can be able to see how you can be able to flip them or not extend them or whatever it is, and still be able to have the option to go into the draft, to go ahead and go find something. But the fact that you just, Jerry has for so long just focused on the draft so much, and it's kind of came to a head at some point where, okay, you put all of your focus on the draft, but what happens when you don't hit in the draft?
Yeah.
Now your team is fucked.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem. This is
You're
where they
right
are.
now.
And he was forced to have to do these moves now because they have not struck it gold or struck it rich in the draft the last few seasons in regards to defense. So you have to do this.
It's something I like that. Again, after the dust settles and you're like, okay, you know what? It's a stretch for us to make the postseason. Even 3 weeks ago, this would have just given us a little bit of hope that, yes, we're going to make the postseason, but I still think we have a little bit of a ways to go to have that formidable defense. This is the starting ingredients. It makes me very excited to watch the rest of the season now.
Yeah.
That we have these pieces in. Will I have WayJ doing second part of the season math for us to see if we can make postseason? Absolutely. Going to be the optimistic Cowboys fan. But
until we're eliminated.
Until we're eliminated, we're eliminated. But
we're in it until we're not.
Yeah.
We're in it until we're not. But this actually makes us this allows our approach into our off-season draft talks, free agency. Like Jerry's making different moves right now than that he hasn't done beforehand.
Well, is it Jerry or is he loosening his grip?
I hope he's loosening his grip
on who presses the button, and maybe, I just don't like Stephen Jones because of his look, his whole look. to me,
I agree.
But he might be a more level-headed.
No,
trust me.
No.
Hear me out. Hear me out. He had his point of view. We like our guys. Blah blah blah. And I think maybe I haven't heard him say this for a long time. So maybe he's walking that kind of perspective back.
Cat boy.
I'm just saying.
Catboy needs to turn to GM boy.
I care what you do recently.
Owner boy and give us a GM.
The only way I'll ever like Stephen Jones is when Jerry eventually croaks.
I don't like him.
No, but as soon as Jerry Jones eventually croaks, rest in future peace.
Yeah.
He goes out and hires a GM. That's the only way I'll like him. But if he goes in and reels in and just wants to be the next GM and try to prove that he's better than his dad, then
we're.
But you're right. I do like what you're saying is maybe it's not Jerry's decision right now. Like maybe other people are pulling some strings.
You know what?
Maybe it's more of a collective.
What we do, that's exactly what we want, Bear. We want more of a collective. In a business, maybe you do want a decision maker who's like putting it all on their shoulders. And it's fine in football too. I don't know, maybe when you hit, I don't know, pick an age, 80, now you want to kind of start sharing the decision-making process. If you're going to build a team of guys who we all, maybe don't all love at the same percentage of, like guys that like who's the kind of de facto draft guru for the Cowboys? His name slips.
Will McClay?
Yeah, Will McClay. Giving him more of the ability to say, no, trust me, or giving him an equal share. I don't know. I'm not in the room, but I'm hoping that's the way that the Cowboys are going.
The way that they're going right now, and we could play this, and then I know Barry has to call out here very shortly.
Okay.
I
got but about 15 minutes.
Okay, good.
This is like if they were going to hold on to these draft picks, it tells me that they're just going to kind of wait and see. And again, those draft picks need to pan out 3-4 years down the road. Unfortunately, getting these veteran players, offloading your picks is telling us, okay, start loading up. You have a 3-year window. Dak Prescott, possibly you franchise GP3 next year if you can't extend them. You got Q for the next 3 years automatically, even if you don't extend them. So you have these pieces that you're starting to have the elements that you can now build your defense around, and your offense is close to being set. We need another running back. So you got a 3-year window. We have a 3-year window. The 2026 and 2027 season is very much, and again, I'm not saying Super Bowl, but it's putting us in a very good position. We have an entirely new coaching staff. The way that they're talking about it, with Jerry Jones saying that he made a mistake by switching coordinators for defense the last 3 years, that tells us that Eberkuck's not going anywhere.
That's scary.
He's our guy at least for the next 2 years, unfortunately, or at least next year. So Jerry's 83 years old. He's going to be 86 in the next 2 years.
Jeez.
He's gaining an extra year.
Well, he's
83 now. In 2 years, he's 86.
He's loading everything.
That's how Jerry does it.
He's loading everything.
Is Nick doing math over there?
Yeah, he's loading everything up.
Leap year.
Because what's happening is like before he relinquishes it to the family, he's going to sell his oil fields for $100 billion, or he's going to get some sort of massive evaluation to get whatever.
Then he's going off. Then we're getting Dick Pick Jerry.
Two more years. He's going to be. He's
going wild, baby.
2 more years. The Cowboys are going to be pushing an $18 billion valuation for their team.
That's true.
So like he's setting his entire generation up and he just needs that Super Bowl to cap it off to say, Jimmy Johnson, I was able to do it. It took me 30 years, but I got there, right?
I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
So
I'm the one.
I think this will be a little bit of a different offseason than we've seen in years prior, where I was kind of going.
I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head, man. It's more about, to sum it up quickly, it's like you might have to just do things differently. You've been doing this for so long now, and you've kind of hit the wall where it's like, okay, everybody else around you is building their teams through trades, through free agency, through the draft, through development. You guys are only doing it one way.
Yep.
And you have to figure out that your way is not working anymore. You might as well try something new and see what the happens.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I mean, here's a funny thing. We still have 2 first-round draft picks coming up.
Yeah.
Next season, yeah.
Q is our 2nd-round pick, and George Pickens is our 3rd. So guess what? I think that right there,
As long as they retain GP3.
Right.
the franchise.
Maybe
tag
they
him.
trade GP3
Or maybe
first round
Nice
pick.
try, buddy.
Yeah.
What if they say, hey, sign GP3, we'll also throw in a first round pick for you.
Well, they have to.
And then GP3 gets a first round pick.
If they franchise tag him, could they then trade him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they could do that. Franchise tag him to then package him in.
You
Very
could franchise
stupid.
and sign them too.
Very
right?
stupid for them to do that. I think if you're right now, I think the air in the locker room is going to be like, okay, help is coming. You have players that are coming off of IR that we also agree that's not going to solve the problems, but maybe the Diggs situation, maybe his head's going to be a little bit righter coming in. You have
I don't think you're going to see Diggs back.
you don't think
Oh,
so?
I guess he's not getting traded, so maybe, yeah.
He ain't getting traded. He's coming. He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He could
Unless
live on
he-
IR for the
unless-
rest of the year.
Unless he twists his ankle at home or something.
But I mean, like a guy like this, bringing Q to the line, you now have the rotational depth between Osa and Kenny Clark. Your linebackers,
Or put all 3 of them on at the field at the same
or
time.
put all 3 of them on the field. However you stack it,
there's-
if you go 3-3, right, or however that scheme would work.
5-2.
5-2. So you could bring it up. Fuck it. I'm just talking around in circles here because I'm trying to impress Barry Grant Jr.
You are. Well,
Huh? Guess what? It's working. Because guess what? We're friends now, Barry. Right now that we're not playing the Jets, and you offloaded stuff. To
Oh,
us,
that
we're
you,
friends
did,
again.
you didn't curse me out on Dream.
Like, hey, we're showmen. You know what I mean? We're showmen. You and I were both showmen here, right? We got it.
so this is from the Lando show. He's responding to Bill Barnwell, Seth Walder, and then also I got this from someone sharing it with the Nick Wright video. So, and I like this guy. Let's see what he has to say.
Listen, man, I promise you,
I like that he whispers too.
Bill Barnwell ain't talking the way he's talking on
he's
Twitter
just
right
feeling his
now if he's actually doing what I'm doing, sitting right here, watching this guy play. He says, lots of alternatives to go and get guys like this. Highly critical of the Cowboys' decision to do this. Highly
your screen.
outspoken
I know. But you see him touching
towards
it the whole time?
the fact that the Cowboy, or towards his opinion that the Cowboys overpaid for Quinnen Williams. Do you see what he just did? Like, we realize how uncommon this is, right? Surely we do. Bench pressing another grown man on a routine basis. Get off me.
Yeah,
And making
fine.
plays like this. I'm gonna just let y'all watch that again because I don't think you appreciate it, especially if
getting
you're Bill.
double-teamed.
You don't understand how rare this prototype is. This prototype does not exist at a lots of alternatives level the way that Bill seems to claim that it does. There are a handful of guys like this in the league at any given time. Right now, there's Chris Jones, Dexter Lawrence, Jalen Carter, Jeff Simmons, and that's about it. And Quinnen Williams, and that's it. That bring this level of attention No matter what, they're gonna see two bodies no matter what. They're gonna get chipped no matter what. They're gonna get game planned for and schemed around no matter what. Okay?
He moves quick.
For every Oso Odigizua to succeed, there's got to be a Micah Parsons drawing attention away. For every Kenny Clark to succeed, there's a Devontae Wyatt right next to him and a Rashawn Gary to draw attention away. Quinnen Williams will now be the focal point of every opponent's game plan for this Cowboys defense moving forward. And guys like Oso Odigizua, Kenny Clark, Donovan Ezeraku, Dante Fowler, Jadeveon Clowney, they will be the benefactor, the immediate recipients of more success as a result of the dirty work, the nasty, the game planning physicality that this guy provides. Game changer, disruptor. You cannot beat him one-on-one.
I love it. I love filming the screen.
Him
and Baldy.
You can't even beat him 2-on-1.
We got to do a skit where it cuts to the black and you're not wearing
But yeah,
pants.
Bill,
You're not wearing
let's
pants.
pretend as if rookies in 2026 and 2027, second round picks at that, when the Cowboys' recent history, their track record of the second round anyway, should be spoken of and accounted for. Let's pretend that rookies are more valuable than the one of 5 that are currently in the National Football League today. By all means, keep being intentionally deceitful.
Okay, he's angry.
He's angry.
But I think it makes
The screen felt it.
Right.
He's right. He's definitely right.
He's 100% right.
Yeah, I think the position is extremely limited for that tier. And to be quite honest, it's a position group I don't really pay attention to at all because it's hard for, I'll say I'm a little bit of a, by this point in my NFL watching career, I'm a little bit of an above average viewer, but I have not put time into understanding the intricacies of what makes a good defensive tackle and what doesn't. I'm starting to learn a little bit more now.
I'll explain to you.
But it happens so quick. Those things happen so quickly, and you need maybe 2 or 3 viewings to see. No, I mean,
watch Mazi Smith. That you know what
I know what bad looks
you
like.
know what bad
I know
looks
what bad
like.
looks like. I'm saying
Yeah.
what the list, the group, the names that he listed, I definitely know are upper echelons DTs. But if you ask me, well, why, Alex? I could come up with a answer based off of what they should do, but I don't actually. I haven't seen their game.
because you've never watched
Exactly.
Like you haven't sat there and watched a team that had like every Cowboys team that we've watched since then.
You know what?
Hasn't had a good defensive tackle.
Here's a really
You'll
good
be able to tell. Trust me.
and just watching this because it is a direct comparison to Mazi Smith, and then we've done a lot of breakdown of having people look positively and negatively at Mazi Smith's game, and when I see what Williams is doing here, it's pretty much night and day. Even if I didn't know what they were supposed to do, I could see this guy's not, he's going where he wants to on the field, whereas Mazi Smith, maybe 1 out of 10 times he did that, but he's on skates the rest of the time, getting pushed around. And so anyways, you can even see the double team doesn't even work. He finds a way to squeak through.
Making a tackle to the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. So that's, that's
a defensive tackle, sometimes when you look at their overall statistics on the season, it doesn't look impressive, even the good ones, right? Because their jobs normally are not to go after the quarterback. Their jobs is just to be able to move the line and kind of make sure to create holes so everybody else can be able to get there and get penetration, right? So that there's different schemes for different teams, and there's different roles for different guys that are in a certain tier. A guy like Quinnen Williams, he can do both, right? He can be able to be the guy to be able to move the line and alter that line to the point where everybody else can be able to get free, especially because of his double teams. But if he goes ahead and sheds that double team, that quarterback is in trouble. You know what I mean? So that's why he's a rare player that can be able to do multiple things on the defensive line to cause havoc. So for anybody to say that he's over his skis at this point, at 28 years old on a team that's been bad for the last 3 years, that you can't say that. You really can't say that. You need to be able to put him in a different environment, see how he plays. And I still think that he has a lot to be able to give to a team.
Barry, I want to get your thoughts on now. You got this treasure chest of picks.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with them all?
I want to draft a quarterback, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I want the number 1 pick. Overall, number 1. I don't want 2. I don't want 3. I want to have the Jets highlighting the draft. 1, 1, 1 is what I want. Get a quarterback. You have to go ahead and fill the cornerback position. I do want another big-time skill receiver. I like Garrett Wilson, but I don't think he's elite like a lot of people think he is. I think he's very good, but he needs a number 1 bigger receiver to be able to really unlock his potential the way he needs to. Mm-hmm. And then they can be able to figure out how they're going to kind of repair this defense, right? Obviously, you want to go ahead and shore up your defensive line. But I believe that if they can be able to get some good players to be able to play a zone scheme where they can be able to play man on the outside and get some shutdown corners, that's when the Jets are at the best, right? Historically, that's the way they want to build. So if they can be able to do that, then that's what I'm looking for. But overall, like the first thing that I want them to have a quarterback, because without a quarterback, we're not doing it.
Do you?
I'll add this too. I have a feeling, and you can use this as a hot take, all of these draft picks that they're putting together, they might be putting a package together for a guy that plays in Cincinnati. Just saying.
Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you feel about that?
Oh, I would be over the moon.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what he does with, I mean, the Cowboys have as close as you can get to a non-existent defense. I think the Bengals take that. They say, hold my beer, and take it just a little step forward. So the fact, and this is 2 years worth of that type of action
Awful
from the
defenses,
Bengals. Yeah.
yeah.
So the fact that Burrow's, I equate him, or maybe it's reverse, but, I'm a Prescott man myself. I equate him to Prescott, where it's like he will put the team on his shoulders and go and win games. And, Burrow's certainly showcased that last year with some incredible down the stretch.
On any other team, he's the MVP of the NFL.
Exactly. 100%. So anyways, that would be, I think that would be pretty freaking amazing. And as much as Bengals fans might hate to say it because they've invested so much money in their wide receivers, it might be something they want to do. Because you're going to you would get a selection.
I think if the Bengals are smart, you go ahead and you entertain moving him just because, if you go get yourself a quarterback in the draft, you now kind of reset your window.
And you
can be a lot more aggressive with like building out your defense through trades or all that other stuff, because now you have this amount of money that you can be able to allocate to another big guy, right? That you're not using for your quarterback position. Yeah, go ahead.
You got those wide receivers there too that are going to help any rookie.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at Joe Flacco right now with them. He's fucking
right. Exactly. You can even keep Joe Flacco for another year.
Yeah, totally.
To bridge the young quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Like
say it again. Say it again though. Joe Flacco. You can't say Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco. Barry, a quick question here.
I would call him Joe Falco.
I know you got to bounce, Barry, but Forever DC has a question for you. Would you use any of those number ones to trade back and get more picks?
Yes, I would.
And
Bill Belichick way, so that would definitely be a smart thing.
Increase the war chest.
Okay, you also talked about packaging in the picks for let's say a QB, but you do have Braylon Allen and Breece Hall still. So one of those running backs you could potentially offload for some draft capital or for some players as well if you're kind of sweetening the pot for a trade. So the Jets do have a war chest.
They can do anything. The Jets right now are everybody's wet dream when they're creating a Madden team.
Absolutely. It's 100%. Just about this. Let's see what Muji can be able to do in regards to picking these players, right? You can have all the fucking picks in the world, but if you have some idiot that's over here assessing your draft in your scouting department, it's not going to make it a difference. You know what I mean?
Barry Grant, why don't you call yourself out? Where can everybody find you? You got lots of properties. What you got going on? What do you want everyone to have eyeballs on? I mean, the Cowboys, it's a bye week, but there's a lot of people in the chat that aren't Cowboys fans. So, pull some more people into your product.
Yeah, man. I mean, you can catch me on TikTok at Oliva Media. I am blowing up on there. People love me or love to hate me, whatever it is. Instagram, All Even Podcast, YouTube, All Even Podcast. Definitely working on some different things in regards to the channel. I just did a big time basketball vlog at a university, so that's coming soon.
Sweet.
Working on a couple of different things. Still plugging away with new grid shows and stuff like that. Check out the grid, all the content creators over there. But yeah, man, just kind of plugging away and doing what I can do. NBA season is a big time for my page, big time for my channel. So we continue to push forward, and I continue to look at you guys and be proud of what you guys are doing, and you guys are always killing it. So it's always nice to see you guys doing it over there. I'm doing my thing over here, and it's always a beautiful thing.
Hell yes.
One last thing, make sure you polish up. Is that a PS3 I see behind you?
Oh yeah, I mean there's a PS3 in here. There's a Wii. There's a PS4. It's a whole bunch of shit. I got my Star Wars stuff on top. So big time nerd. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Barry, we love you, buddy. Always a
love you guys,
pleasure.
man.
Always
Take it
having a
easy.
pleasure, man.
Thanks, Barry.
All right.
Peace, Barry.
Later.
Love it.
Later.
Barry
think-
Grant Jr., All Even Podcast.
BGJ, the fucking man.
What a dude. And listen, it's Jets are in kind of that exciting time. If it would be so shitty if they made no moves and you're this 1-7 team, and then you just gotta ride it out. At least
Hope you draft one good player. Yeah, they have the world's ahead. Like, it's fun. Draft season for us, I'm excited for. But if you're a Jets fan, draft season is fucking Christmas right now. The next couple years.
this is the truth. Is like I wouldn't care if the Cowboys traded away all of their first round picks to get players that were like, yes, this is good. It just selfishly, I'm like, but keep us some first day.
Yeah, give
picks
us at least something.
for when we do our draft coverage,
Yeah.
because I need a draft pick on draft day.
100%. Yeah, you don't want to be like, just, hey, we're here. Crack him if you got him.
Sorry, one last thing about Barry Grant Jr.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sure I've told the story how I met Barry. I got added in when I first started the Can Fan page on Instagram. I got added into this group of content creators on Instagram, and there was probably about like 15 people. So, I'm in there creeping around, looking at people's, like going through their pages and watching. And the only person that I was like, oh, this guy's hilarious was Barry. Barry was the only guy, and I followed him and started messaging him on Instagram. That's how I met Barry Grant Jr. Some random page that we both, like, someone added us into like a group chat together.
You mean then this was like
This is like 2020.
This is when the show was originally called the Dallas Cowboys Can Fan.
And I was doing it in my kitchen by myself. And basically, I was just running an Instagram page. But yeah, that's how I met Barry Grant Jr.
It was a mix of Instagram OnlyFans answers. Like, okay, what kind of show are we doing today?
And cooking.
Yeah, I let my fans decide what kind of show we're doing today. Hang on, this is a funny.
Okay, I gotta watch this. Then I gotta take a leak. Crack me if you got it.
Maybe you shouldn't drink all those bubblies.
I know the bubblies go through me way crazier than booze drinks do.
This is a kid finding out Sauce Gardner was traded.
Oh, yeah, I
saw
watched this.
I kind of feel bad for him.
And it's okay, okay?
What?
The Jets traded Sauce today.
To where? To where?
No, it's okay.
I don't get that. That means like against rivalry jersey.
It's okay. I'll get you a different one. He went to Indianapolis, and they also traded. They also traded Quinnen Williams.
No one cares.
I signed a deal.
He did, but so did Sauce.
I thought he signed a new deal.
Now did Quincy leave?
No, Quincy's still
The
there.
worst I'm taking all the Jets stuff now.
No, it's fine. Quinnen Williams on the Cowboys. Sauce went to the Colts. It's okay.
I want the Colts now.
Guess what? We got 3 first round picks.
Hey, I relate to that.
I respect the kid.
I relate to that too. When I was a Raiders fan, and I was a Raiders fan for historical reasons, but also because they had a black punter. I forget what his name was. Doesn't matter.
I guess
But he only
that much.
He was really good, and then he only lasted a year because the changing of the guard, he got traded, and I was the same way. I was like, I don't like the Raiders anymore. I need a new team, and then luckily the Can Fan podcast. started, so.
Apparently, okay. So BPG has to go. Just wanted to say bye. We were going back and forth and battling in chat. But anyways, Brent Packer guy's out of there. He's taking off for the night.
Crack him if you got him,
Crack
Brent
him.
Packer guy.
BPG.
Brent Packer guy.
I was gonna say Jamison McGowan, who's an Eagles fan, so fuck him first for.
Oh,
But he said Sauce responded to the kid somewhere. So it's funny because those videos.
Oh, here we go.
That being said,
Sauce went to the Colts. It's okay.
It's okay.
what's going on, Bryce, Trey? Just want to say I appreciate y'all for the support. That being said, I'm gonna be giving y'all 2 of my first coach jerseys.
Oh yeah, that kid's for sure a Colts
fan.
And
Yeah,
whoops,
yeah.
for like,
Hey, dad is totally a Jets fan.
yeah, Dad's a Jets fan
and he
for sure.
just fucking shifted the
yeah,
whole
he just-
family lineage.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
there's a couple of ones that beforehand. I believe Micah Parsons, when the Micah Parsons trade.
Oh, yeah, that happened, same thing.
There was one that happened like that. Jamison McGowan. I just want to hit some chat
Okay, I gotta
comments
pee
here.
while you hit-
Well,
yeah.
you did. Jamison McGowan says, "I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I like to watch you guy. I like to watch the guy on the left get more and more drunk and get mad when the Cowboys inevitably lose."
Am I the guy on the left?
Yeah, you're the guy on the left.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's you.
I don't. When I'm looking at this, it's reverse because you're on my left. So
I know,
is
but so when you look at it on there on the screen,
Yeah, I know.
you're left side there, dog.
trying
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what? We appreciate you coming out and watching us. I get drunk when the Cowboys win too. So
Oh
just
yeah.
wanna
Hey,
make
guess
sure I
what?
throw that
We
in
get
there.
drunk when anything happens. Hey yo. Nate Dogg says great trades for the Cowboys. Anyone who says otherwise should
Suck it.
learn ball.
Oh, learn ball.
Yeah.
You're right. You know what? I need my learn ball shirt.
I know.
Yeah. Well, to wrap up, unless you got more.
About the
No, just to wrap up the Quinnen Williams. Like,
yeah, I got nothing
I'm-
else to say on that.
no, I'm happy I'm happy the Cowboys made moves. The too little, too late is a vibe I felt,
Yep.
but it really comes down to how good this. I'm happy that both of those contracts have two full years on them after this year.
Yeah.
The Logan
Logan Wilson.
Wilson trade and the Q Williams trade. Both of them have an additional 2 years. So it's like, okay, we've got this 3-4 year window. The next move for me is tag or lock up GP3
Yep,
for that
gotta do
same
it.
time.
Agreed.
We'll have the money now.
Get rid of Terrence Steele.
Oh yeah. You're drafting a right guard.
Tackle.
Use those
Right
two
tackle, sorry.
first round picks. Well, I would say use the higher of the one, which unfortunately more than likely is going to be the Dallas Cowboys pick. Wherever that lands, use that to draft the BPA, I think.
Yep.
And then the second first round pick, trade it. Let's get another second and third round pick and just kind of pick up. Because I don't know that we're going to find in the 18th back a for sure starter.
But you could trade up to
Or
get
trade or trade
to get
or trade both of those up
to get a for
for sure top 5 dude, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
could happen.
the
Yep.
Cowboys are still in a good position, but
They got some ammo.
the other side of that is, selfishly, I do want the pick, but I wouldn't be mad if we shipped off these 2 picks at the end of the year for, well, not a Minka Fitzpatrick is not who I would ever send 2 first round picks for. But what I mean is a guy who's going to come on and be that type of starter. I think Minka Fitzpatrick, what I was seeing was like 2/3.
Well, I think once you
for him or
get
something.
once you get through the season, your best way to do that is just be active in free agency.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You don't even have to trade your picks.
You're right,
You
you're
just
right.
have to be active in free agency, and then you keep your picks.
But if there's a Williams esque trade on the board
Right.
for one of those first rounds or both of them, I'm open to it as well.
It shows getting someone look at what how Javonte Williams has panned out for them. So it's like go and, like you said, be active in free agency, pick some of these guys up and start to provide that veteran depth piece. Forever DC in the chat says, do you guys already talk about Wilson? We didn't really talk much about Wilson. It's been on Williams a bit.
The Wilson thing for me is just kind of a nothing burger. He's a depth piece. We're hoping he's better than Murray.
He has a great
Kenneth
chance.
Murray.
Yeah,
but he got he was a healthy scratch on the worst defense in the NFL.
He
Could
was.
could
but-
just be personality issues with, hey, I'm a team. I want out of this fucking joke show.
Well, here you're rewarded by being on the 31st worst defense.
100%. That's exactly what happens.
But I'd rather live in Dallas than Cincinnati, so there's your
True.
benefit.
That is
I think another potential I heard is like, well, the Bengals also might have been like, we know what we got in Wilson. We got to see what else we got.
That's also true.
I don't know.
It's a nothing burger. It's
Did
for
you
a
not-
7th round pick.
Did you not
Exactly.
see? Look, I gotta
He's
bring
better.
up.
He's better than Sandboard. He's better than Kenneth Murray. He's better than Shamar James in terms of like the knowledge he has. He's going to be formidable on helping out for the run, and at the same time, I think not saying he's a complete green dot guy, but he's going to be he should be what we need right now for the rest of the season as being that kind of
I just saw us.
I know.
commander on the field. If you get what I'm putting down.
Yeah, I gotta show you this.
Not
If you,
the
you guys
command
probably
list.
saw it, but I think it's kind of funny. His exciting announcement that he was coming to Dallas.
Excuse me.
I'm coming to Dallas.
You're gonna show my scroll. I just found it too, and now I don't know how to
Okay.
find it again. So just give me a sec.
Yeah, I if that was the only thing they made, I would have been completely disappointed. It does make. Okay, so this is what Forever DC says while Alex was putting it up. Because he asked for a trade, ! Wilson is a beast. He reminds me of Sean Lee. Great instincts, great green dot. He reads and reacts and is a beast tackler. So got to see it. Obviously, we need to see it happen.
I just felt this was too funny.
What's up, Cowboys Nation? Logan Wilson here. Just landed in Dallas. Excited to be here. Let's get to it.
And that's it.
You know,
That's the linebacker I want.
You know what we got to do next time? There's a trade or anything. We just got to get Adam filming himself in this exact same thing. And it would have just been hey guys, it's Logan Wilson here. And I just want to say, thanks I'm happy to be in Dallas, and just see if people share it. Like, it's,
Oh, that could exactly. He's like one step away from a Bessie. He's
bring it
Bessie
back up.
adjacent. But what I mean to say is, it's a 6-second clip, and he's like, "I'm so excited to be here. Let's get started." It's like zero energy, zero emotion.
Imagine he came in. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
yo, it's your boy Logie.
Yo, it's your boy Logie Willie,
I
baby.
Can we
Held
get some
up.
likes and subscribes in here?
100 likes and I'll do a screenshot.
Whoa.
Forever DC says, I think you guys will like him. He's violent and nasty.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey-
Yeah, I mean, you see the size of him. He's big.
Zero risk. Zero
All
risk,
upside.
all
It's a
reward.
7th round fucking
It's a
pick.
7th round.
Cowboys couldn't get worse. He couldn't be worse
Name a 7th round pick that's
than
on the Dallas
Kenneth
Cowboys.
Murray,
Exactly.
or he couldn't perform worse than Kenneth Murray. And if he can,
It was
what are we gonna do?
It was a 7th round pick.
Get even worse
Exactly.
on defense? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know that we can.
Yeah.
So I am excited for a guy like Logan Wilson. He's kind of, for me, a younger version of what we were really expecting out. Well, we're gonna see, but expecting out of Kendricks.
Yeah.
You know, a veteran to kind of hold the fort down in the middle of the field. And I know that he hasn't have the greatest PFF this year, but who cares? Again, he's coming from the Bengals, the worst defense. So if you look at our players, it's the same thing. We don't have the best PFF either, but he's got a pretty damn good run stopping. So I think we're going to be locking down with both of Williams and Wilson once they get acclimated.
And they got 2 weeks.
They do have 2 weeks. That's
is good.
This is nice.
Good timing with the bye week.
But if we do improve our run game, realistically for me, the next game, the actual true end of season game, is a loss to the Eagles.
Yeah.
If we beat the Eagles,
I'll bet. Well, I hate to say it, a loss if we're live in Vegas pretty much cements the loss too.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying. Like, if we beat Vegas, which we're hoping happens.
if we beat Vegas and beat the Eagles, we are right back in
we're
a
alive.
potential.
We're 500.
Yeah,
we're
man.
500
It's
at
fucked.
week 12, which is
to think about that. But
One thing I'll say about the trades is that it's going to make the rest of the season exciting to see what these guys can do with and with these two dudes, Overshone and Savon Revel,
Yes.
with all these guys coming back, does the defense improve? Because the defense is going to be playing against the Detroit Lions, the Kansas City Chiefs,
Minnesota
Philadelphia
Vikings,
Eagles, Minnesota Vikings,
Chargers.
the Chargers. Like, they're playing against a bunch of good offenses. So if they can look or even improve from 31st to 25th,
25th, 24th, 26th.
That'll make me excited at least. And I hate to say that it's like to think about this point of it right now. It'll make me excited for next year, but it will make me excited for next year.
Yeah, I don't want to move on to next year just yet. But
no, me either. But I'll move on to this next bubbly.
Craig, have you got? But that's the
Craig,
benefit is they are multi-year contracts. They're
this
actually
is
not
a preview,
and they're not terrible contracts either for the boys. I mean, both of them are manageable. I think if you add them both up, they would be less than what you were looking to pay Micah Parsons. So
big fella from Cowboys Up podcast says, AJ, defensive tackle tutoring class begins Monday night, 7 p.m. Don't be late. Bring your pencil.
Hell yeah. Hey, if we're doing that, Big Chris, I want the Billy Madison treatment.
What, like 2 weeks or what's?
No, I want
him to take his shirt off.
I want it. If I get a right answer, I want
that is correct.
All I could think of was chlorophyll, more like borophyll.
Chlorophyll, more like borophyll.
Yeah, let's go. We got to get into. We got a bye week.
We got a bye week. This is what we do. We're just kind of.
This is it. I was like, it's 7:15. We're gonna but we do have to do the Nick Eat Me Out. Or no, sorry.
Well, we got to do the power.
Ed
rankings.
We can do power rankings.
We got to do Ed at Holmes.
We can do power rankings.
Yeah, we don't even have a game.
No, but we can also maybe dip quickly in on the game that we're going to be watching.
Yes, and that's a good segue to just so people know. Hey, chat, Cowboys and Cowboys Can Fan are on a bye week, but we will be live streaming the Monday Night Football matchup with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Green Bay Packers next Monday night.
Yeah. So to back-to-back Monday nighters. And the reason I like it is obviously the day after in Canada, we call it Remembrance Day. I believe in the States it's Veterans Day, November 11th.
Yep.
It's going to be really nice to get hammered drunk on a Monday night.
I'm going to wake up in ads spare room down here, not know where I am.
Yeah. What happened this last week?
No, I wasn't even. We didn't really get that crazy Monday night. I've woke up fine on Tuesday.
But afterwards, wake up, go down to the ceremony, and then head right to the Anavet's pub for a little bit of what they like to call a hottie toddy, which is like rum and basically a hot tea. You just drink 2 of those and you're right back. It's the hair of the dog. You're right back in it.
Shit, yeah.
Okay, shit, yeah. Jameson McGowan says, who are you guys pulling for? ? Eagles?
No. We will never cheer for the Eagles. I don't care who the Eagles are playing.
We don't care if our fucking pick is on the line for that.
I don't care. I will never cheer for a team against the Eagles.
Let me bring up the NFL standings because that's a good question. If we're doing we're doing math.
Then here's another good segue.
You're segueing my segue?
No, I'm adding on to your segue because
I like it.
Triple segue, double segue.
I like choose your own adventure. I like it.
Because Rager says, Ant, now that these moves have been made, how many wins do you see this team getting? So while we're doing second half of the season math, we could maybe look at the rest of the schedule.
What do I think the Cowboys
win.
Yeah. What are they right now? 3-5-1. So that they've played how many games? 9 games. So they're going to finish the season
10-8.
11-5-1.
Yeah.
Win out, baby. Yeah.
11.
I'm delusional till I can't be. I expect a win in every single game. Is it impossible? No, probably not. But right now, I want the Cowboys to finish 11-5-1.
I believe with AJ's second half math, there's a possibility we could have one loss in the last.
We can have one loss, yeah.
And that one loss would possibly be the Detroit Lions, maybe.
It could be to the Raiders as long as you win the rest of the games. My answer, who you guys pulling for? The reason that the best chance the Cowboys have to make a playoff spot, playoffs is with this fucking, what's that division? The Lions.
NFC North.
Yeah, with the NFC North, they are locking up
3 spots.
3 spots more than likely. So our option is to have the better record than the Eagles.
They have a chance to be the first division to have 4.
Oh my God.
Which that could happen. But they have some work to do. But they have all the teams in the NFC North are 500
Scary.
and up.
But here we are. Cowboys are 11th right now.
Yeah, you got a ladder to climb.
Far behind, but not necessarily. It looks really bad when you see the .389 versus but it's a half.
If they would have won on Monday night, they would have been a half game out of the postseason.
Arizona and the Panthers, both of those wins.
Well, and the
Bears.
And the Bears.
But you look at the Bears and the Panthers, they're both One's 5-3, one's 5-4. Maybe they're not as shitty as we thought. The Arizona loss is inexcusable.
Yeah.
But the other two,
one.
like the Panthers have won 5 games. The Bears have won 5 games. Like, they're not as bad as we thought.
They're one win back from the top teams in the NFC.
Yeah, exactly. They're one.
It's not wild.
No, it's pretty crazy when you look at it.
You look at the Bears and you look at like
Bears.
I don't like Caleb Williams at all, but he's not a bad quarterback. He's got
starting to
legs.
get a little bit better.
And they've got a pretty good offense. You look at the Carolina Panthers. I mean, I just think because they were an expansion team, and in my mind, an expansion team's shit, and they're always going to be dog shit to me. I'm always going to think of them as an expansion team, even though it was fucking 25
you know what they're
years
built
ago.
off right now? Their defensive tackles are some of the best defensive tackle tandem in the NFL. The Carolina Panthers.
Not for long.
Well,
Not for long,
but
pussies.
no matter how we boil it down, they're a 5-win team. They're better than the Minnesota Vikings. The Cowboys have one job, and that is to go and get this team ready for a game in Las Vegas, which we're going to be going to. And that's fucking real close now, guys.
Yeah, we're a week and a half away from leaving. Wow. That's
Yeah,
fun.
We're getting ready, and the fact that we've now put a game in on our bye week, it makes it that much closer to being there.
There was no way we weren't getting something going. And the Packers-Eagles game is just such a good game for us to cover.
But let's do some
second half math.
Yeah. So
Well, I think it'd be good to have.
Do you want to look at
the Cowboys schedule here?
Okay. Just the boys schedule?
Yeah, just for right now. And then I just want to realistically go through and see who we could beat. And right now,
do we call this second half math?
This is second half math. This is exactly what it is. We're in the second half of the season. Yes. What else would it be? So we got Monday night against Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas, Nevada. We will be there. Look at this. Tickets as low as $348. Those well go down, guys.
Yeah.
There's no one in their right mind scooping up tickets to watch the Cowboys for $348. That well go down. But let's be honest here. Crack them if you got them. The Dallas Cowboys got to get this W
against the Raiders.
Then it gets dicey.
I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say
we gotta get that way, and then everything else is pretty
Then it
dicey.
gets pretty dicey.
I'm gonna say this. It does get dicey. With the moves that were done, I'm looking forward to these matches because I do really want to test this defense. I know the defense is shit, but I want to test how much of an impact he has because I saw some good stuff coming. D-Easy, I'm actually really excited about.
He's like number 5 right now, ranked for pass rush.
I'm just saying, there's a really good chance that if D-Easy actually is adjusted to NFL speed, that he's going to have a really good
second half
of the season. And what if he goes ahead and gets, 8 sacks over the next?
Sick. That'd be insane.
You know what I mean? Like that. But this is what we're dealing with. Is like that.
That'd be a sack a game.
Q Williams, and let's not forget Kenny Clark is also here, and he's been he had a significant impact. Sure, they're still a shitty defense, but
they're gonna be a
positively.
wall.
Just think of it this way: when Kenny Clark goes off, who's his sub? Mazi Smith. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Well, now it's when.
Well, you could have,
but they might all be on.
You could have
That's
Kenny.
the thing.
You could
We got
have
a nice rotation.
It could be. It could be a combination where you're cycling through Kenny Clark and Osa.
You know what I want to see on first down? I want to see my boy Ezuraku on the outside.
Yep.
Then I want to see my guy Oso Digizua.
Yep.
Beside him. And then our guy Q right in the middle. Then our guy Kenny Clark right beside him. And then Jadeveon Clowney beside him on first down. And then behind him, DeMarvion Overshone and Logan Wilson.
That's pretty
That's
scary.
my front 7 on first downs. On a down that you're almost 100% they're going to run. You put those guys out there and teams are going to have issues running the football. They're going to start throwing the ball on first downs is what will happen.
They're going to have
Which possibly that forcing those throws could potentially help our secondaries a little bit more.
Totally.
Guys like Deron Bland.
Look, when the ball's up in the air, it has a potential chance of being intercepted, deflected, whatever.
Instead of an automatic 8-yard rush on a first down. Yeah.
Exactly.
Put some chance into a play.
I looked at the PFF numbers, though, for Logan Wilson, and he's actually got his highest grade this season has been his pass rushing. So I wouldn't be surprised if they insert Logan Wilson also on the lines. So you run 4 DLs, 3 linebackers, but you're running Wilson.
Yeah, you kind of shift it.
Yeah.
Instead of
the same thing. You're doing. You're doing 5 and
You
2.
just have a guy edging a different edging.
A different edger.
Okay, so Vegas, we got to win. But then, like I said, it gets a little bit dicey after that.
Oh, on ABC, ESPN?
Yeah, on ABC, ESPN, gross. Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. And then you're going to have, this is the tough part of the schedule. At Philadelphia, at
Philadelphia at home.
only $62 for tickets.
It's back-to-back home games.
Yeah, Philadelphia at home, Kansas City at home, which we will also be at. Then they got to travel that one of their fucking a million Thursday night games to Detroit, then to Minnesota, or then have Minnesota, have Los Angeles, and then finish the season with 2 divisional matchups away.
So I'm going to say Washington, New York, we just call those dubs.
We have to. Vegas, we have to call a win.
Vegas, we call a win.
So that's 3 wins right there.
So that's we're now 6.
Philly,
6-5-1.
Cowboys are going to beat
5-1.
Philly.
They got it. In my
gonna
mind,
beat Philly.
they're splitting with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So 7.
Minnesota, the Cowboys win.
8.
Now it's KC, Detroit, and Los Angeles Chargers.
So
And then I think you split those.
Jamison McGowan says
One
You
and a
get
half?
I think you get 2. I think between Kansas City, Detroit.
Well, okay, Jamison
Oh, I
McGowan
thought-
says
sorry, I thought there was 3 still.
Casey on a 4-day rest on Thanksgiving coming off of Philly is going to be tough. You're almost 100% going to lose on Thanksgiving.
No,
So you're
There's no
3-6-1 before going through the rest of the schedule.
there's no such thing as for
Yeah.
sure. 3-6
McGowan,
and
you're
one.
wrong.
He would be if he's assuming that we would be also.
Okay, I'll take that. We lose to Kansas City. That's fine.
Sure, we lose to KC.
So,
Yep.
I'm even fine with saying we lose to
he
Detroit.
said that before we were saying it. So you lose to Detroit and that.
I'm saying you lose to Kansas City and Detroit. Those are the only 2 teams I'm saying we lose to. What's that
beat
put our
LA.
record?
So that
8,
makes
8.
us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9-7-1.
No, 9-6-1.
No,
yeah,
9-7.
9-7-1.
Yeah, that's so. Rager in the chat says, in my honest opinion, I think they go 9-7-1.
Okay.
Okay. We okay.
But
Now,
is that
which
enough
you-
to beat
well, you need a-
Philly?
You need a lot of other teams. It's not going to be enough to beat Philly. I don't think.
No.
You need somebody to crash. You need a couple teams to crash and burn.
We've seen Philly crash and burn in the second half of the season before.
Well, if we're
but
taking a dub against Minnesota, that's beneficial.
They're not in the postseason right now.
and Kansas City's on the
No, but they're 4-4.
As today, Kansas City's not on the postseason either.
But that's irrelevant to us because they're not in the NFC.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. So if we're going to lose to a team, Kansas City's fine to lose to because they're not in the NFC.
We can't lose to Philly. We can't lose to Detroit. We can't lose to Minnesota. We can't lose to Washington and New York.
Yeah.
Have to win all those games.
So you got to basically hope San Fran with all their injuries, you got to hope that they kind of crash and burn. And you need basically Los Angeles to crash and burn, and then Chicago, Carolina, and Minnesota to do nothing.
I have confidence Minnesota is going to just kind of end the season like 8-9.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
I have a feeling that Panthers and Bears could end 9-8.
The thing with Carolina
So-
is you got to think with Carolina, they have Atlanta Falcons and New Orleans Saints in their division.
It's a fucking
Right?
It's the fucking Lions and 49ers that are giving me the headache because 49ers have been so banged up and they just keep winning games. Like they're a resilient team. The Lions are just a scary. Like I think that they are 7th seed. So those are the teams that we have to beat. What the Lions are doing and the 49ers are doing, and it doesn't do us well that we lose to the Lions in our scenario.
Mathematically, it's a 7% chance that we make the postseason.
7%, baby.
I'll take
But
that.
that's still better than the 1%
I've read
chance.
bets that were lower than that.
I've
I've had my ass on the line for less than that.
I think CanFan should throw down a $300 bet that the Cowboys make the postseason.
Yeah,
I'm
we
in.
should. I'm in for
fucking
that
in.
too. T says 8-8-1 at best, I think. Uncle Charles in the chat says 10-7 with the devil with 30 fire emojis.
And I love it because we just take the tie and we just put it into a win. I love it.
You know what the funniest thing about 8-8-1 is? Since the season went to 17 games, there's been so many comments that people would be like, "Oh, the Cowboys are going to finish 500." And I'd be like, I would respond to them, "It's impossible. It's a 17-game season."
Here we are.
We have a very realistic chance
To finish that.
But then back to Philadelphia, because AJ, you think the best way is to win the division. For us to win the division, we figured 9-7-1. Does Philly only win 3 more games? That seems
Well, how
very
about we just
Bring it. R2J2 says y'all aren't beating the Eagles.
watch your mouth?
Yep.
we almost already did beat them.
Yeah,
We almost already did.
The divisional matchups, man. Divisional matchups are so different. You just never know what will happen in them.
Forever
Okay,
DC says we can only really afford 1 loss. 2 would be pushing it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I agree.
2 almost puts you out, but 9-7-1, that tie could sneak you in there.
Could sneak you in, and this is what we're looking at
it
here.
sucks because the NFC is so stacked this season
But
that 9-7-1 might not get you in.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Pull it
Okay.
out.
So he said, read the point above because he said that we aren't beating the Eagles. And he goes, bad news, Can fan. Eagles already announced they are wearing Kelly Greens in Dallas. Eagles win with the jelly greens on. He's not wrong. That is almost as bad as the red stripe helmet.
How are they allowing them to wear the Kelly Greens in Dallas?
I don't get it.
Bullshit.
It is fucking bullshit.
Well, then Dallas should go
Fuck
iced
that
out.
jersey. Yeah, they should.
Let's fucking ice these guys. Anyway, so
This
The
is
6-2.
this is the Eagles' schedule right now.
6-2 Eagles experiencing the bye last week. So coming into this week, next 3 games: Green Bay, Detroit, Dallas. And let's be favorable for our argument, okay? I think they lose those 3 games.
I love it.
Green Bay, Detroit, Dallas, and that brings them to
6-5. 6-5.
then you got
6-7.
the next slot of games. Oh, they play Washington twice. God damn it. Chicago, Los Angeles, Chicago, Chargers.
I'm going to say the
Raiders.
only game they lose the rest of the season's to Buffalo.
They're going to lose to
What?
Buffalo. I think they're
You
going to
mean
lose.
from
they're gonna lose
week
on that.
12?
I think they're going to lose
Yeah.
against Chicago in that Friday night game.
You think so? Oh,
I think so.
a
I think it's just one of
Friday
those
night?
thando things. So I'm calling it Friday night, November 28th, and we'll be able to watch it. We're gonna we're gonna find a bar to watch it.
Oh yeah, we'll be in Arlington.
Yeah. We'll
Oh
be,
yeah,
we'll
for
be in
sure.
Dallas, yeah.
We'll
That'll
be in
be great.
Dallas. We'll be.
Oh, and it's early.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So that's our.
fucking
That's,
get up.
Day drinking, boys.
Get half cut during the day.
don't have to worry about walking home and getting mugged or anything at night.
Yeah,
That's everyone
that's
tells us
good.
how dangerous Deep Ellum is.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's our Friday game that we'll be watching, which will be sweet.
Okay.
So
That
they're
makes
going to
me
lose against Chicago. Booking it right now. Telling you guys.
So you're saying they were losing the next 4 games?
So they're losing against Green Bay. They're losing against Detroit. They're losing against Dallas, and they're losing against Chicago.
Jeez.
You know what that leaves them though?
What's that?
6-6.
10-7 at the end of the year.
If they lose to
If they lose to Green Bay, Detroit, Dallas, Chicago, and
I
Buffalo.
think we're being hopeful too.
$5 super chat from Pack Attack. Can fan boys, Packers beat Eagles Monday night. Y'all heard
Yes.
it here first at Can.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's what I want. And you know what, Micah, you son of a bitch, I still have your underwear. I kept your underwear.
Anybody who talks shit
still
about,
sniff
like
it.
when we have over 6 jerseys in this house that are Micah Parsons jerseys.
No, we're not. Hey, look, that's the game I want Micah to come out and get 3.5 sacks.
You know what the wildest thing is? You look at the prices here on these games, and the cheapest one is Dallas versus Philly, which is just crazy.
I know, but it's
as
a
low. It's a
standing
standing
room.
room only one.
It's because
So
of that
Dallas
standing
has
room.
that standing room at $62.
So a lot of
But
the arenas don't.
But the one I did send you guys, the Cardinals game, you could buy
I know.
tickets for $25.
That was nuts.
Seats for $25.
That's crazy.
So
which is crazy.
I would have flown down if I had zero responsibility, and I have almost zero responsibility. I would have flown down and paid the whatever $400 flight, bought a hotel.
Well, we've
at
spent
25
we've
bucks.
spent more on just a ticket before.
I know. Yeah, exactly, for the whole
For
fucking
the fucking whole
trip.
game and shit. So it's pretty crazy.
Jameson McGowan says, how can you guys cheer for a team that knocks you out of the playoffs every year?
We're not cheering for the Packers. We're cheering for
cheering
the Eagles to
against the
lose.
Eagles.
Yes.
That's what you got to fix your thought process. We're not cheering for the Packers to win. Fuck the Packers. We're cheering for the Eagles to lose.
You got 2 options, just like politics. You got the guy on the left that's trying to fuck me in the ass, and the guy on the right that's trying to fuck me in the ass. And in this case,
AJ takes both.
yeah. I'm a DP boy.
He goes,
No,
maybe
no,
cheer for a
no!
Maybe cheer for a tie.
Yeah.
How bad does a tie?
No, a tie is no good. We want
No, a tie's good because then they could be 9-7-1. The Eagles could be 9-7-1.
And the-
oh no, because we have them losing to the Packers.
Yeah.
I just think
So yeah, no, they have to
Eagles'
lose.
loss is the ultimate.
It is. Yeah, we don't want them tied. A tie, they still get a point. We want them to lose.
Yeah.
In this situation, there's a flow chart, and it starts like this: Philadelphia Eagles are playing, and our only option is they have to lose. That's it. That's where our flow chart starts and finishes.
Now, after that, Green Bay, I want you to lose, absolutely. But in this game, I just think our best path to a Dallas Cowboys playoff appearance
Playoffs.
is not going to be through wins in the season and getting the 7th. It's through the Eagles collapsing for 4 games in the season, and then the Cowboys not collapsing for the rest of the season.
Sans Vegas and the 2 Washington games, they
It's
don't
tough.
have an easy schedule. They have a tough schedule.
They have all of those teams they're playing can put points on the board. And the biggest question I think for the Eagles has always been like, can you guys go toe to toe with a team? I mean, when I've watched them closely, yeah, they can, and that's
Definitely last year.
Yeah, that's a scary thing, but
They have a tough schedule. Like it's not they're not winning out. That's for sure.
look, Mike,
It's just when you look at this back half of their schedule, and you got Chicago, Vegas, 2 Washington
Chicago's
games.
5-4 though.
I know.
That's what I mean. We have this
You're right.
predetermined.
I don't think
thought in our
Chicago's
head-
bad.
We have a predetermined thought that Chicago sucks. I don't think they do.
Guys, we're going to be watching the game.
If Chicago, we're gonna be cracking them if you got them. Well, it'll probably be draft beer to be honest,
Yeah, totally.
and a bunch of appies
Draft beer and
Honestly-
Appies on a fucking midday rant?
because it will be 2 p.m. when we're there. It won't be noon. This is PST.
Right.
We're looking at PST, so it's gonna be Central Time.
we need a 5-game losing streak for the Eagles. Okay,
Which, oh, that'd be nice.
from Green Bay to LA Chargers.
Oh, that's tough.
And that would, but the thing is, that's the most probable part of the season that they could.
They're in
that
their
they
tough-
would do that.
They're in their tough spot of their schedule also.
Same. Yep. Exactly.
Dallas is going for it. They need to get the dub.
The beautiful big question mark for the Dallas Cowboys. We don't know how big of an impact these defensive trades or players that we picked up through trades are going to make. They could have a awesome impact, and awesome is not a big ask when we're looking at the context is the Dallas Cowboys defense right now, right?
Right.
We need a guy who can come in and stop those runs. Think about it. The Dallas Cowboys are so bad on 3rd and 4th downs that
They're 18 for 18 on 3rd and 1.
it's just
Like the offenses that play against Dallas have went
Yes.
18 for 18 on 3rd and 1.
exactly. So
It's awful.
bringing in a guy like that, if we cut 100% down to 80%, it's a significant difference maker. Now, looking back at our last game against the Cardinals, we definitely did have some problems with the offense getting going, but they came together in the second half of the game, at least in terms of being able to move the ball, maybe not scoring.
Just a couple bad fumbles.
Bad fumbles, those types of things, which definitely.
They actually had 3 fumbles. Luckily, the George Pickens one was recovered by the Cowboys.
I love that they went
right.
to him right away, right after, just to make sure, hey, get it out of your head that you're going to fumble the ball. We're going to toss it right back to you. I mean, we got a lot of time to break down over the next 2 weeks.
And cry.
And cry.
That's what I've been doing for the last 2 days.
I'm kind of like, I'm not saying I'm checked out for the rest of the season
You can't be, man. We're
Because-
statistically in it.
You're going to
because
start your opium?
because we
your
are-
opium hits. Your opium.
Fenty ad.
we're down in Vegas live, then we're back. We'll be live streaming the Philly game, and then we're out to Dallas for that game. So
This is a fun part of our schedule.
it's a nice big stretch for us.
What-
You fucking point at me?
What game is next
What do you mean?
on the Dallas Cowboys
Raiders.
schedule?
The Raiders, and
So we're
in
going
Vegas.
to the very next game. Okay,
Yeah,
great, awesome. No.
I thought you were joking.
Well, I knew it was us, but I also was.
It's
just-
because you got all hyped us talking about the Eagles.
Yeah,
Packers
and
game.
I screwed myself up. But okay, so we're going to be at the very next. We're at the first
Yes.
game.
that they have all these new
And
pieces.
so it's exciting.
DeMarvin Overshown.
Look at how exciting he's getting right now.
Yeah, I know. It's exciting. The
Settle down.
first fucking play that Q makes.
Oh yeah.
So he wore 95. I wonder what number he's going to wear with the Cowboys.
Who's wearing 95 with the Cowboys?
Kenny Clark.
Oh,
Oh, yo, KD. Oh, KC. Get that And
Hey, yo, Clarky boy, I'll buy you a pool.
hey, Kenny, you're not going to be on this team next year, so just
So you're not wrong. You probably won't be. But hey, let's do at home power rankings.
Yeah. Let's get these power rankings fucking going. Hey, I think we tackled the whole trade talk.
Yeah, no, that was good.
You know,
There was just too much for me to like. Yes, was it yesterday the trade deadline? I was gonna make a post.
no,
and I was
dude.
like,
Everybody's doing it. I mean,
I was like, I'm just gonna wait for it to kind of.
and if you honestly, if you're, if again, big fellow with talking to people who know about like linemen, it's great to hear them talk about it, and it's like it gets you jacked up. All I've been listening to has been people talking about, and you know that
we were all instantly stoked on the Williams trade.
100%.
As soon as I saw that we got Quinnen Williams, I was like, oh man, that's actually okay. They legit made an actual move.
I just don't think it would have been possible to do it 3 weeks ago. That's all.
You're not wrong. And that's why it didn't happen.
And the Wilson trade, I'm like, this might be the type of guy he still got, in my opinion, this season, next season, and probably most of another season, that he's going to be a quality player in the NFL. He's already showcased that he can play in the NFL, and so getting a linebacker, it doesn't mean that we have to stop there.
Well, this was me. This was me laying on Ad's couch at 4 a.m. when I turned my phone on. Logan, are you fucking kidding me?
First thing,
that was my first thing. Just looked. Are you fucking kidding me?
Ant
That's
comes upstairs.
The big trade.
Ant comes upstairs. I'm drinking coffee, and before he's even in stepping up, I'm like, Logan Wilson. He's like, I know. I saw. I was like, well, I mean, again,
and I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I like it more with.
It was the context of we got a trade already in the bag, and
like
and
you're thinking a big name.
Oh yeah,
actually, sorry, I did hear that they were. Sorry, and this who knows?
The brothers?
I did hear it.
Who knows?
Yeah, they were looking at getting Quincy as well. Imagine that
cool.
Quincy, who is a linebacker, and Quinnen, and they couldn't get Quincy, so they went ahead and they got.
I also
Logan
heard,
Wilson.
and then we'll get into this power rank, because I also heard that the trade that, and who the fuck really knows if this is true or not, but the trade that Jerry Jones was referencing wasn't the Williams, the Q Williams trade.
I also
so
I was
maybe
listening-
that trade fell apart.
Where'd you hear that on? You listen to Locked On Cowboys? Because that's why I heard it on today.
It might have been, but I'm wondering, did that trade fall apart?
I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad
Did
it
not actually happen.
The Minka one. It was probably what it was.
Oh,
That's what everyone was.
But what is the just people's hope? Like,
What's
there
it
was
based
no.
off of?
There was no basis that was even talks. It was just people's hope.
Yeah.
Oh, Minka's open. Let's trade. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I'm just listening to the people who kind of work within and around the association. So when you hear them talk about it, it's like, okay, who knows? Who cares? It could have been Minka. It could have been.
Sure, he was in the talks if he was available.
The other thing is like, what happened with the whole Max Crosby stuff and his fucking eagle emoji and the black heart? Like,
Very weird.
maybe that
See
was,
Raiders Nation.
maybe that was the trade that fell apart.
Possibly.
That could have been the trade.
But the
I would've-
eagle doesn't.
It makes zero sense. I know.
For Cowboys.
I would have been super disappointed if we got an edge. I didn't want an edge rusher.
I just would have been mad on the heels of a loss. That's what would have been.
And I'm confident over these next few weeks, I want to see D-Easy get
Flourish.
the time.
Yeah,
I think
keep him on
he's
the
going to
field.
be someone who we look at, and I'm not going to say that
Fuck
he's gonna,
Boston College.
Yeah, Boston College. I don't think he's going to be a complete replacement for Micah Parsons, but I think we're going to get some really quality sacks out of
Which
him.
you don't need him to, and you don't really
don't need him to be.
you don't need
Guess
him to
what?
be. Get close to double digit
Okay,
sacks.
so we didn't talk about it at much, and we can edge it next week. But like, we need to stop. Like, you got somebody in D-Easy and Jadeveon Clowney, and then
Who had a good game too last
and then
week.
have James Houston come in and hit it. Like,
That's James Houston.
you don't need to continue to constantly cycle through these edge rushers anymore. Like, get these guys set. D-Easy
or
starting
just cycle through those guys.
yeah. D-Easy starting to show that, hey, get him on the line.
Yeah,
and
it's looking like Sam Williams and Nealand are kind of hamburgers. Before we go into the Ed Edholm or Eric Edholm, whatever the his name is, Cuckholm.
Yeah.
Because everyone always does their grades. Let's finish the Q. Crack him if you got him. Quinnen Williams talk with. What did you grade the trade for the Dallas Cowboys?
ESPN graded it an F.
ESPN.
You know what? We saw a B+. I'm going to go ahead and say I think it's an A trade.
Okay.
Because they gave up the second round this year. They kept their 2 first rounds, and then they gave up a first round next year, which is presumed to be the Dallas Cowboys' first round pick.
Whoever's is higher, yeah.
Whoever's is higher, whatever. Those first round picks aren't guaranteed. If I was to break down like stats, I feel like Q Williams is going to come out on top in terms of the value. And I think it makes sense if we even double that percentage of 11% of those first round picks since 2014 being all pros to 20%, the value that you get with Q Williams is he's already a proven.
It only has to be.
You're not having to take any risk on a pick panning out. And also leaning on the Cowboys, it's not panned out on the D line for the Cowboys for the last few years. So
you're going A.
I'm going to go A. I'm going to go A trade, and I'm not looking back at the picks that we got.
Yeah,
and you forgot to say we got rid of Mazi, so that
and we got rid of Mazi.
Yeah, A minus for sure. I was going to say an A, but AJ has the A trade, so I'll just say A minus.
Make me look like an idiot, huh?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I don't do minuses or pluses. I do straight.
I'm going B, and strictly just for timing. Too little, too late for me. Like I wanted someone that was gonna get us over the top to beat the Cardinals. Like maybe if he's there, if these guys are there before they beat the Cardinals.
Do we reassess though?
We can reassess that. I'm just saying B because I mean 3-5-1 to me feels almost
would have been better if it was 4-4-1.
Rates. If it was 4-4-1, I would have said an A trade. 100%, I would have said A trade. 3-5-1 is kind of like, well, it's for next year in my mind.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean the trade's bad. It's just B's still a fucking great trade, and it could be up to an A plus.
Here's the big difference though too is that the team that we had in place against the Cardinals, it wasn't the defense that lost the game for us. It was the offense.
They still gave up 27 points.
The
27 points is a lot of points to give up.
The Cowboys, this Cowboys team, regardless of making these trades, should have beat the Cardinals.
True.
Without Q, because I don't want to say Quinion or Quinnen.
Well, it is Quinnen.
I know. I'm just.
So you want to say Quinnen?
I want to say Quinnen.
QAnon.
But like you know what? You got to say like a B plus. I don't think. For what the team needs,
I'm saying B.
Okay. Is
B still very certain, like still good?
My only challenge to you would be this:
what would have made it an A?
You went A minus.
I wouldn't. I know. I want him to go B plus. I want him to get a little bit edging. Over.
You're about to make it a B minus.
No, make it a B minus. Actually, you might as well be like R2J2. He says it's a C minus trade.
Well, that's
what?
That's not.
I
true.
know, and I'm
Explain yourself, you fucking tard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I came at you hard.
That's what we do.
It's just for everyone. You're just going in about what everyone's going in. All I was going to say was this.
I just really could know
why is it C minus?
No, but okay. So if we're grading it, you're looking at it this at. We have him for 2 more years on this contract.
Exactly. So next year could be an A plus.
But the trade
that's for next year.
The trade doesn't happen for next year. I'm talking about for the team right now. For the team, does this make the Dallas Cowboys a better team?
Yeah.
Do you think that this year was the only year that we had the chance to make it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
In your hearts of hearts.
Yeah.
Hey,
every year we have a chance.
Okay, in your hearts of hearts.
I'm telling you, my grading for my whole grade is based on time.
Why?
And they made a big teams that trade for players in a situation like this usually do it because they have a chance to make the Super Bowl or make the postseason.
Truth.
That's usually what teams are doing. Teams that are buyers at the trade deadline usually aren't 3-5-1.
And we were double buyers.
That's just fact. That's just fact. So it's like,
well,
okay. So
also let's throw this.
And Rager, who's a Vancouver native, not like a native indigenous, but just he lives in Vancouver.
You don't know that.
Why? You know what? You're right. I don't know it. But Rager says I'll give it a B minus just because the team's 3-5-1. If this trade happened 3 weeks ago, it would have been an A plus.
Agreed.
Okay, exactly how I feel.
We all agree, but
exactly how I feel.
Guess what? I don't care. It's an A plus in my mind. I'm changing it.
You now you go to A plus.
I'm going to A plus.
He just got a little bit of hype.
I go to S tier.
He just got got a little hype ref in him.
Yeah, yeah.
Hype ref says that if we're looking at this line now, could be an S tier line. I'm just saying.
Defensive tackles.
End of the day,
tackles. Yes.
We have to set the play.
Position group.
End of the day, we are excited to see an improvement, even if that means we go from the 31st worst defense to the 30th worst defense.
Yeah.
Improvement is improvement.
It is, yeah.
Now, look at this fucking
fucking cuckold.
Get a better photo. Not that you don't look. It's just blurry. Okay.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see in 1080p.
All right, let's go. NFL power rankings. Week 10, Seahawks and Rams soar into top 2 spots. Okay.
Wow.
What the? A mid-major mid-season shakeup. All right.
So the Colts, I'm already calling it. Guys, the Colts lost. The Colts are going to fall.
Okay, but guys, the Seahawks getting Rashid Shaheed, on that to complement JSN and having the way Sam Darnold, Sam
Darnold balled out.
That's a deadly trio. That's a deadly trio right
I was down. So in fantasy football, I was down a bunch. I have Sam Darnold. I went to take a dump. Stopped watching the game, came back, and he had thrown 3 touchdown passes in the time I dropped a deuce. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, now what kind of deuce are we talking? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
10er, reading some articles.
Yeah.
Okay, where are the Cowboys? So that's R2J2 says, got to guess where the Cowboys are first. Where we're at. What are you saying?
I'm going to say, where were we, 22 last week or something like that?
I think they fell, or maybe.
I'm going 25. I'm throwing 25 out there.
They just can't be better than 27. I'm saying, is there 5 teams, 6 teams? I'm saying 27.
24.
24, 25, and 27?
Yep.
I just can't see, teams that might be worse than them. Commanders, Giants, Saints, Titans, Raiders. Okay, maybe. Dolphins, maybe. Okay. Can I change it? 26.
26, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. 24, 25, 26. It's
got to be one of them.
That's how you play this game.
Yeah, you have to.
You got a sandwich.
And guess what? We're trying to get in the mind of Ed Cuckholm.
Ed Cuckholm. All right. Ed Cuckholm says we got the Seahawks.
Seahawks are
up
number
5
1.
to number 1. The 6-2 Seahawks.
Their defenses looked good. Their defense looks good, but their offense, like I said, JSN is just putting up 120 yards all the time, and Sam Darnold is just
and he's factoring in now Rashid Shaheed coming in there. Like that was a good move for them to do.
It's a good trade.
Nate Dogg's probably pissed about that. For sure.
Los Angeles Rams
Another
up 5.
Cucky's up. Cucky's going 5ers here.
No, because he's starting to say, I know, I'm starting to vibe. I'm precogging this NFL season now.
Forever DC says when you talk about the Seahawks, D-Law.
Yeah, deal out there. Yep.
Indianapolis Colts.
I thought he was going to drop them a lot more. He only dropped them 1 because they didn't look very good.
But they're 7-2. You know,
7-2. Yeah,
significant.
Okay. Top 3.
Bills up 5.
They were at 9.
I don't know. Look, Bills are always a risk because of their quarterback, and they have a good running back too. I just feel like they're a team who is going to lose out in a shootout.
Yeah. They did just beat the Chiefs, though.
For sure.
Got that win against... It made the Chiefs look like shit, to be honest. They smoked the Chiefs.
Yeah, 28-21, but it didn't look like a 28-21 game.
It felt a lot more lopsided than that.
Eagles staying at 5 at 6.
Hey,
I'll
stay.
Then we got KC Chiefs down 3-6.
He's like
5-4.
He's like, I hate doing it. I'm going to drop him.
5-4 and still to be 6 is just crazy to me.
Yeah. I hate doing it. I'm going to drop him.
Next, you got the Lions at 5-3 at 7. Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, no change.
A lot of people just staying.
6-2 at 8. Denver Broncos up 1-9 at 7-2.
Crazy. They're 7-2 and they're 9th.
I know. I think it's just the question mark of Bo Nix, really. And
yeah, but I just don't. That's just
no. But it's a rookie. It's not a rookie. A second. It's like the sophomore thing, I guess.
I just hate it. It's you're looking at the record. It should warrant you closer to the top 5 spot, in my opinion.
I agree.
Hey, Bo Nix, prove it to me. And then he does. And then you go,
it's like,
okay,
hey, Bo,
well, now prove it to me again.
Yeah, push the goalpost.
Yeah.
It's like us with the Cowboys losing every game.
But you didn't throw 300 yards. You only throw 280 yards.
It's like us. It's like us with the Cowboys. They're 3-5-1, and we're still convincing ourselves that they're going to make the postseason.
Yeah.
It's like the reverse. It's the reverse thing that's happening.
Ooh, Green Bay with a significant drop down 6 spots after a loss. 5-2-1.
Yeah, they lost.
Sweet Carolina. Come in, say hi.
They lost, and Micah Parsons did diddly poo.
Diddly pop.
His first time ever having zero pressures.
And Tucker Kraft, tight end from the Green Bay Packers, tore his ACL, and he was having quite the season.
That's a sick shirt. dog.
Juggalo's in the house.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Bossy?
Yeah.
Vintage store.
Vintage store.
Shit, yeah. Did you get some Fago too?
My parents don't let me drink Fago because I used to be like a Fago addict.
What do you mean? You would drink it all the time?
Yeah, well, they sell it for like premium money. I was like, it's supposed to be like
They sell them for 75 cents at our close to home store.
yeah, blueberry Fago because one of the Rich the Kid or whatever tried to make it popular. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways,
Is that
popular when-
Fago lore?
yeah, Fago lore. New England Patriots.
It's another 7-2 team that's
No
way
move.
down on there.
They stay.
San Fran up 1 with a 6-3 record.
And just another player that tore his ACL. Like, it's honestly wild how that they have a 6-3 record with the amount of injuries they've had.
It's just every week
Someone new.
someone new, and
Someone new on the Niners gets taken down a notch.
I love it because they're a team that we do face in the playoffs. But also, I love my boy Nate Dogg. So
And they're battling. They're 6-3.
they are.
Like,
They're,
Yeah, fuck. They're in
they're
the
fucking battling. I want that record.
that's
Can we
with Mac
switch
Jones.
records?
It's not even they're like the Mac Jones led Niners. Like,
That's true.
it's crazy.
Pittsburgh Steelers up
5 and
1 to
3.
13, 5-3.
They beat the Colts.
beating the Colts.
A-Rod doing his thing.
Hey, A-Rod, DK Met.
Chargers dropped 2
Nice trade, by the way.
with a 6-3.
And these guys are weird. Los Angeles Chargers are weird. I just can't tell. Like, they should be good, and sometimes they look really good, but
They're good.
Joel Alt's out for a season. That's a good news for us.
yeah, for when the Cowboys play.
With the Cowboys.
I would just say
hate-
that Chargers are good, but they're kind of a little Cowboys-esque in that they're going to just have a stinker.
Yeah. Oh, Murph, you're soaked.
Jaguars at 15.
5-3.
5-3.
The Travis Hunter experiment ended with him throwing his knee out in practice, so he's out for season.
Yeah, like a lot of big injuries this year, guys. Isn't there? Seems like a lot of big star powers out.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens 16th.
Kind of feel like the Cowboys-
3-5 record.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens. I don't know about
It's
this
just because
at all.
they got Lamar back, but they beat up on the Dolphins. Like, this is kind of a smack in the face to the Chicago Bears.
I
at
think so.
5-3.
I know.
At 17.
Yeah,
And they
Like, they're
stay?
just-
and they don't move.
That he's not. Cuckholm is not a buyer on the Bears right now.
No, he's not.
No, but hey, in fairness, we haven't been all
No,
night.
the Bears.
No.
Yeah, we
mean-
haven't. And that guy's
No,
mean.
look. Colston Loveland he had a really good game. He's showing why he could be a really formidable tight end.
Game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, Kyle Mononagi.
Yeah.
I played him in like 4 fantasy leagues last week.
He sat on my bench and got me 30 points on my bench.
Idiot.
I know. And he was someone that Lynn's was picking up in hers. And I was like, I don't know about that. And then
You just didn't like his name.
I didn't like his name. But hey,
I can't say that fucking name.
I think
tough.
the Bears just are an interesting. Now you're starting to see, is there the ability that they're going to continue on that run with Ben Johnson? Everyone thought this Ben Johnson experiment was going to be gone. Oh, you were a good, crafty offensive play caller, and Caleb Williams is just a dud. They're actually showing that they can put to work here. They got the
Not
pieces in
showing
place.
it. Not showing it to Ed.
Well, in fairness, the same thing that the Cowboys have. We got a first-year coach, first-year defensive coordinator, third or fourth defensive coordinator.
Third.
So, like,
In
the
3
Cowboys,
years,
I get it. We hate on Eberflus. No one's really hating on Shoddy. I get it. It's like, that's the 4-year window the Cowboys are in. And I wonder if the Bears are in the same place where it's like, we've got our quarterback. We got this young running back. We got some really cool pieces to play with.
They got the receiver, Roma Dunze, even though he didn't put any points, 0 fantasy points last week.
Well,
and they had like 40
he's not.
points.
He's a little roughed up, though, I think,
Yeah.
too.
But
But
they had 40 points.
But at the end of the day, my point is, can you let these fucking teams develop? Like, if you are in a win now mode, I get it. But otherwise, it's like, what are you doing hiring these guys and then just throwing a mishmash? Like, defense, sometimes consistently what I see is teams will, the first year they hire a coordinator, the defense ain't going to be very good. it's the year 2 or year 3 where the defensive coordinator
takes their step.
He gets the guys to understand what they're trying to do, and then also has influence on the players that they bring in, whether it be via the draft.
Eberflus is just what we're going to do here is we're going to run a zone scheme.
Look, I get the hate on Eberflus, and I am in that boat, but at the same time, I'm like,
I'm also fine with giving him another year.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
for the love of all fucking God and that is holy, he might suck this year, but he did walk into a situation where it's like, here's the defense that you have to
Okay,
work
but
with.
what about this then?
And they might not be the fit for him.
But what if they don't get any better now?
Well, then we're
Like that's I think this next 8 games is a telling sign. But anyways, on to
agreed.
on to Houston Texans.
On to Houston Texans.
Let me guess, they stayed? No, down 2.
Down 2, 3-5.
And they've been a big letdown, the Houston Texans.
I don't understand how they are ahead of the Carolina Panthers.
The
at
Panthers,
5-4.
dude, I watched the Panthers game on Sunday because I wanted to watch my
Fantasy players?
I have Rico Dowdle. I wanted to watch him, and Rico Dowdle's fucking balling out
He's
right
nuts.
now. Every time he ran the ball, it was like he's picking up 10 yards.
Is what's his nuts back in? Chuba Hubbard?
Rico's taking his spot.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
You can't have games like that.
They were splitting, and then last game was Rico's first time. They're like, no, we're going to give you more yards or more carries, and he had 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
You're boosting. Vikings at 4-4 moved up
Again,
3
how the fuck are the Texans ahead of these guys?
because JJ McCarthy returned, and that's why he's given him the benefit. But
Yeah.
The best was all those memes with JJ McCarthy afterwards, and he's like, how he's looking. He's all intense in the locker room.
yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah,
watching him shower.
Yeah. pretty
Okay,
much.
here we're getting close to us, guys.
Falcons, 3-5.
3-5 Falcons are ranked ahead.
Ant's pissed.
Yeah, I don't like that. The Falcons, they shouldn't be ahead of anybody.
Oh, the Cardis.
Falcons should be down. Yeah,
I
Cardinals.
mean, you have
up
to
2.
you have to give them the ahead of us here.
Yeah,
What did we 24, 25, 26?
Yep.
24. Yeah, so we're coming up next here. Cardinals 3-5 move up 2 spots to 22.
Still can't
next.
believe
The Dallas Cowboys.
23.
Sorry,
You did it.
I did it again. But we got beat. So we were 22. We only dropped 1.
I'm very surprised by
Very interesting. 3-5-1 Dallas Cowboys stream dropped 1 spot from 22 down to 23 on Ed Cockholm's NFL Power Rankings. Adam, take it from here.
Dak Prescott and the offense never really found a rhythm against Arizona until late on Monday night. And then they were ultimately buried by Javonte Williams' fumble, at the end. 1 of 5 Dallas turnovers, if you count the 2 fourth down stops of the night. Brian Schottenheimer opted to go for it, down 17 points early in the fourth quarter, instead of kicking a field goal, idiot, with Next Gen Stats calling it a toss-up play, slightly favoring going for it by 0.4%. But Dallas never got back within single digits, and that's now 3 losses in the past 4 games. Not even the blocked punt touchdown could get this team going early enough. Another disappointing loss where the offense couldn't do enough to make up for clear defensive shortcomings. Although the trade that rocked the world for Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson could help. But is it too late? The Cowboys might need to win 6 of their final 8 games to have a shot at the
Playoffs, and that's what we said.
Yeah.
We needed 6 wins.
And real
And
quick,
that's just a shot.
just because it's right there, the Commanders at 3-6
Which-
are
down 6
24th
spots.
dropped to 6.
Season's basically
with
Jaden Daniels out, Marshawn Lattimore out,
Yeah.
Luke McCaffrey out. Not that Luke McCaffrey was the
Jaden Daniels' arm break or whatever. I never actually checked what it was. Did they say what his arm injury ended up being?
no.
But,
It looked like
broken heart.
it looked more of a dislocation than a break, but what the
Whatever the it was, it looked nasty.
Thankfully, though, again, it's his non-throwing arm, so it's not going to have complications for him
moving forward. Just
Jameson
discomfort.
McGowan saying dislocated elbow.
Yeah, that's what dislocation. But like, look, dislocation, might even
Looked
be worse
nasty.
than a break.
It looked nasty.
Yeah.
It looked nasty. All right, we did it. Main event on the Wednesday
On
night
the bye,
on the bye
baby.
week, man. So we don't got any Cowboys football this weekend coming up, but we will be live streaming the Packers versus the Eagles game on Monday Night Football with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on ESPN on ABC. And if you're a fan of any of those teams, the fucking Packers or the fucking Eagles, you just need to go look inside the mirror and you need to tell yourself to go,
myself.
Hey, but we love you if you watch this, if you come and hang out.
and
with
we're
us.
coming
We
for
love
the
you.
we're coming for the postseason.
We're
baby.
coming for the postseason. Come on, put your dukes up, baby. Someone's got to lose that game.
Everybody asks me, is it still your year? And I say, fucking rights it is, Deb.
Absolutely, it is.
Let's go.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Super Bowl.